One capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Gone!
He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And there's a ground game here with a tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Four down. Check. So. Z. 54. So.
Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep for... This is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. This is Hunt. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And this one is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he finds Jace Amaro. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down. Mahomes now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Hunt. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's going to get it running right. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
4 down. Alert. Shift.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
Detroit! Over!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Interception, baby! Let's go!
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Left! Slow!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Left! Z! Watch tight end. Left!
To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Gun! Set! 3-19!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Touchdown, Minnesota.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Slow! Here we go now. Green, 9
Mahomes to throw on second down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we hit halftime with an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this is caught by Watkins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Mahomes going to throw. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone!
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. He's going to get it running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Handoff comes to Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points. And you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming. And I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast, but you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give. This is Cook. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's going to go deep for Conley. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. They fake the give, now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to dump this off to his running back Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Ace. So.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Z.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 36 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Now the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Z.
Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We got 3. We got 3.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, Cook. A nice little juke. Oh, now he bolts. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Spinning away. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Escape. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys.